Claude Code is a tool built by Anthropic that lets you edit videos using plain English instructions. You describe what you want and it runs the commands and builds the video for you without you needing to touch complex software or write code yourself. That means instead of learning a full editing timeline or memorizing shortcuts, you can focus entirely on the outcome you want, and Claude handles the technical execution in the background. In this video, I will walk you through the full workflow from start to finish. We are going from a raw video to a fully captioned, branded, and exported video that is ready for any platform like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or LinkedIn. This is not just a demo. This is the exact process you can follow yourself step by step. But before we get into the editing process, there are a few things Claude needs to set up first so everything runs smoothly. The most important tool is FFmpeg. This is what processes video, audio, and image files behind the scenes. Anytime you trim a clip, adjust audio, or export a file, FFmpeg is doing the heavy lifting. Without it, Claude cannot perform any video editing tasks, so this step is essential. Step 1 is to install FFmpeg. I told Claude to install FFmpeg using Vignette and then check that it works properly after installation. I did not need to open the terminal or troubleshoot anything manually. One clear instruction and it was ready to go. Next is Node.js. Remotion uses Node.js to build and render videos behind the scenes. This is what allows Claude to build structured edits with elements like titles, animations, and layouts. Claude can automatically check if Node.js is installed, and if it is missing, it can install it for you without any extra steps. Again, this is handled through simple instructions instead of manual setup. With FFmpeg and Node.js ready, Claude can now create a Remotion project. This project acts as your working directory, which means it is the place where all your video files, assets, scripts, and outputs will live. Think of it as the container for your entire editing workflow. I asked Claude to create a new Remotion project, organize the folder structure, and install all required dependencies so everything works together properly. The final setup step is UV, which allows Claude to run Whisper locally on your machine. Whisper is the model that generates captions by listening to your video and converting speech into text. I told Claude to install UV so Whisper can run locally, which is important because it means your audio stays private on your computer and is not sent to external services. At this point, the setup is complete. You only need to go through this setup once. After everything is installed, you can reuse this environment to edit as many videos as you want without repeating these steps. Now let's move into the editing workflow itself. The first step is to add your raw video. Your video needs to be placed inside the public folder of the project so it can be accessed during the editing process. Instead of dragging files manually, I told Claude where my video was located on my computer and asked it to copy the file into the correct folder automatically. Now the video is inside the project and ready to be used. Before making any edits, I asked Claude to study the video first. It analyzed the video size, duration, frame rate, and audio track, and also described what appears on screen so it understands the content. This step is important because it gives Claude the context it needs to make better editing decisions instead of working blindly. Now it is time to create the main video edit. I gave Claude a single clear instruction so it edits the video for me. To get the best results, you can use Fable 5 or Claude Opus. I asked it to add a logo, opening title, name tag, social handle, progress bar, and ending screen to the video. That is a complete branded edit, all defined in one prompt. And Claude handled the entire sequence without needing multiple steps. At this point, the video already looks like a structured social media edit with clear sections and visual identity. Next step is background music. Claude can either use an existing audio file that you provide or generate original background music based on your request. I asked it to create background music and keep the volume low under my voice so the narration stays clear and easy to understand. This adds depth to the video and makes it feel more professional and balanced without overpowering the main audio. Platform like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or LinkedIn. This is not just a demo. This is the exact process you can follow yourself step by step. But before we get into the editing process, Next is motion graphics and visuals. I asked Claude to add motion graphics, animated text, zoom effects, and visual scenes to make the video more engaging. These elements help guide the viewer's attention and prevent the video from feeling static. If you already have your own B-roll, photos, or screen recordings, you can place them inside the public folder and simply tell Claude where they should appear in the timeline. Now let's talk about captions, which is one of the most important parts of modern video content. Captions are essential for mobile viewers, especially because many people watch videos without sound. Claude uses Whisper to transcribe the audio and generate word-synced captions that match the speech precisely. I asked it to transcribe the video and sync the text with the audio, highlighting each word as it is spoken so the captions feel dynamic and easy to follow. This produces clean and accurate on-screen captions that can improve both accessibility and retention. If anything is slightly incorrect, I can simply tell Claude the correct word and it will update the captions instantly without redoing the entire process. A platform like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or LinkedIn. This is not just a demo. This is the exact process you can follow yourself step by step. But before we get into the editing process, the next step is sound effects and transitions. I asked Claude to add subtle whoosh sounds and clean transitions between scenes so everything flows naturally. These small details might seem minor, but they make a big difference in how polished the final video feels. A platform like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or LinkedIn. This is not just a demo. This is the exact process you can follow yourself step by step. But before we get into the editing process, now it is time to preview the video. Before exporting, I always ask Claude to start the Remotion preview so I can watch the entire video from beginning to end. This is where I carefully check the captions, timing, music levels, and transitions to make sure everything works together smoothly. If anything feels off, I can adjust it immediately by giving another instruction. Once everything looks good, the final step is to export the video. I told Claude to render the video as an MP4 file, which is the most widely supported format for online platforms. If you are using a slower machine, you can ask Claude to lower the concurrency settings to make the rendering process more stable and prevent crashes. When the render is complete, the video is saved in the out folder, ready to use. Let's watch it together. A platform like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or LinkedIn. This is not just a demo. This is the exact process you can follow yourself step by step. But before we get into the editing process, and that is the complete workflow from start to finish. The key thing to understand is that you do not need to learn complex editing software, write scripts, or manage technical tools yourself. You simply give clear instructions and Claude Code handles everything behind the scenes. If something goes wrong, you can ask it to explain the error in simple terms and it will usually fix the issue for you as well. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Happy editing!